Alright everybody, today we have this here Kenmore 90 series. I have two of these. The dude kept buying them because they kept blowing fuses, which means we're gonna have to test and figure out what's going on, because it might be grounding out or something like that. I don't know. Lots of times I don't take these apart. I don't know if I will or not. You know, just take a cutting knife, shove it in there. Shove it in there. There's that clip. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I guess it was too hard to keep fixing or whatever. So I guess I am going to take this completely apart, because look at that. We got a wire nut in there. Not only do we have a wire nut, but we have bad connectors. I can see, you guys probably can't see that. Those connectors right there are bad. Looks like it has a new heat element in it. So he said that he just kept blowing the thermal fuses. So looks like we gotta fix this so it stays in. So I got two of them from him. I think he finally did get one that worked, so I'm not sure why this one is blowing fuses here. Now that'll stay in there like that. Oh, he didn't even put all the screws back in. 4 off the back. What the crap is that? So I got 3/4 and a Phillips. That's no good. These are good dryers too, you know. Okay, we'll lift on the back and pull forward. And then this can kind of rock out of the way. And then we'll have some quarters here, which you didn't put this one back in either. It's friendly of him. Quarter. Even this wire has a butt connector on it for some reason. I think you can just take it off right there. You don't have to cut it. Just take off the springs off the door. Pull this front part off here. Maybe. What crap's going on here? Unplug the door switch, I guess, and then we'll just roll it around. Take the belt off here. Hold the drum. Okay, so I guess it's not as bad as I thought. We do have a wire nut, but it still is hooked on to a new thermal switch here. So we have this wire is really loose. We'll replace this wire. It's really loose on both sides. This wire is pretty loose, but it's not bad, it just needs to be squeezed down. Like I said, this heat element is new. The dude put it on, I don't know when, but there's nothing wrong with that. I'm still gonna put a butt connector on that, but nothing wrong with the heat element, really. Let's see what these bearings are like. Nothing wrong with those bearings. Do a little vacuum and you might have a spider down there. It's test this heat element. Oh, we do have a problem though right here. This is what happens when you don't tear it down. Okay, I haven't touched this, but look at this. See how that's supposed to be inside there. See this big gap right here? You know, and that might be the issue. You know, the heat needs to leave this area. If the heat stays in this area, okay, so what does this do? You have this is called a high limit cutoff switch or thermal fuse or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so if too much heat stays in here, this blows, and it stops the power, right? The power comes in from the wall into this wire, through an operational thermostat, into the heat coil. So this cycles, turns the heater on and off, right? The other leg is right here. Okay, so if the heat can't leave because it's not even hooked up over there, you know, this thing's spinning, the fan's turning, it's blowing air through that hole, up and out of, and, you know, into here, goes out there, into here, into the drum where your clothes are, then through the front, through here, right? Which squirrel cage is good. If it can't get out of there, then that fuse blows. So I don't know, this one doesn't look new. These look new and the heat coil's new, so guessing this is the fuse he was blowing. He said it just kept blowing, so we'll test it. Nothing else really seems bad here though, so, and new heat element. Okay, so the heat element itself is not grounded out. Okay. We could test this thermostat, and I will. But look at that. This thermal fuse is definitely blown. So, you know, the other thing that I have seen happen sometimes is like the coil will reach over and touch the side, and when that happens, the heat coil just stays on. Like it starts to heat up and then it will actually move. I had one that was moving over and grounding out, and it was actually blowing the fuse like every time. So I don't know if that's what's happening here. Everything else tests good, so we will fix that issue. That's why you need to take the whole thing apart. Like, you know, there is a way to get that in there, but it's pretty difficult. You got to really know what you're doing. You need to take the whole thing apart before you can even know that that's a problem you're going to have. You can't just shove it in there. Like, it just doesn't work like that, you know. So call a professional. I don't see anywhere where it's touching, or where it has touched in there. Looks fine, I mean. Yeah, let's get another screw for that, and I'm gonna need to get some more screws here. Okay, squish this one a little. Okay, I squished this one down, making a good connection. Okay, see this one, it's in the early stages of melting back. I'll take the needle nose and squish it. We're not like squishing it all the way down, just squishing these down, right? Okay, now this one I'm gonna put on there, I'm gonna put on here. And I don't know if I'll do the other one today or not. Oh no! It's the first time I've ever done that. Let's see. I don't know if you guys see this or not, but I painted myself into a corner here. I think I have the answer though. Just take out these two screws. Pull this back up. Pretty easy. It'll be alright. Let's pull all these out. Got some stuff there. Mostly just some balls. I don't know. I didn't have enough because they weren't all in here. I don't know how many I need versus how many I have or whatever, but okay, this one is just spinning, so we're gonna do a bigger one in that one. The other thing is this right here should be in here, right? Okay, just putting them back together. Okay, now on this, okay, so we have these little things that needs to slide under, right, on each side. So, now it's kind of hard to do with the cords, but we'll like lift the back, and like I can usually get one to go in easier than the other on these. Okay, I got them both. I'll just lift the sides and make sure that they're in there. Okay, so I think they're just long so that they're easier to get in initially. Right. Okay. Nice. Alright. Springs are on. Alright, well, I'm going to end this here. I'll test this machine and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe.